Okay, so we're experimenting with this wash and render technique. The last video demonstrated how to create a nice even wash. Now we're gonna build the form. We're doing sphere, cube, cone, cylinder. I'm gonna do a cylinder next here. You can see the fun part of this is you get to use your eraser first to erase the highlights. You can see here, I erase the highlight on this side. So I've got my low light, my core shadow, there's a cast shadow here, some reflected light. And then you can push and pull the values around your form to create the most contrast. For example, in the background, I pushed really hard with my ebony pencil to create a nice crisp edge and made the darkest dark next to the lightest light. And then over here, I pushed the form, the shadow side, a little darker here and left the background light. And through playing with these values, you can really create a lot of depth in the overall composition. So instead of just having these forms with the white page, you're playing around with background and foreground and all that. So to get started, you want to draw, looking at a source, draw your form. So I'm starting with ellipse, 2 vertical lines, another curved line that's parallel with this elliptical shape. Throwing this horizontal line in the background creates a sense of depth. It's almost like this form is resting on a table surface. Pick a highlight. I'm going to have the light coming from the same angle in all these forms. So the light source over here. So cast shadow will be imagining the light actually being up here versus back there. So just so you know where I'm going with this. So the shadow would actually come maybe back this way. Highlight will be here, and then gradient of dark to light. So then I'm going to go ahead and start erasing the brightest highlight. Okay, and then I'm going to erase with my kneaded eraser. Remember, if these get really dirty, you can stretch them out, keep them clean. A little gentle pressure and a circular motion will pick up graphite, but leave a little bit. You can use your finger or your tortillon. So if you're going for smooth gradients, you don't want any hard edges, right, on your form. Depending on your surface, if you're drawing a metallic surface or glass, the highlights and shadows actually do have some crisp edges, and that can be cool to notice. But for the nature of our practice here, this is the darkest edge, so I'm using, you see, I'm just using a number 2 pencil, which is really the same as the HB drawing pencils. It's the same lead. So I'm gonna just create a nice crisp edge, and then I'm gonna pull a gradient. From this angle, I'm actually pushing the gradient. If it feels more comfortable for you to pull the gradient towards you, you can flip your paper around, whatever direction is helpful for you to do what feels comfortable with your hand and your tool. I'm left-handed, so this works for me. So I'm pushing hard, lots of slow strokes, carefully, slowly lifting my pressure. And I'm going with the contour of the form. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Push, crisp edge, and pull the graphite. This is a more dramatic dark to light as far as the distance that the gradient spans. So I want the transition to be quicker, but still no hard edges. And then consider, is there a flat top on your cylinder, or is it like a cup or a vase? Because if you go with this inner contour edge, you know, as you shade, it'll look like it's open going down. Hello.